and welcome to the tween years. I think it's been sort of coined because the idea is that we're seeing more and more of what we might typically call teenage behaviour in children at a younger age. So this category is all about children aged 10 to 13, and there are some quite significant things happening that we need to bear in mind developmentally, and that impacts the way that we parent. So the two things that you need to be aware of is that actually puberty is likely to begin within this time frame, and for some of you, your children may well have already started puberty. So there are going to be some impacts, and what generally happens is that there are often a lot of changes in behaviour before we necessarily see the obvious physical signs. Girls, there will be obviously buds developing within their breast. Boys will begin to get pubic hair and obviously hair on their chest, and there'll be differences in terms of their voice. Girls can often go through quite a process before they actually start their periods. But what's also important is not only are they having these changes hormonally that obviously impact the way their body looks on the outside, what we see, but they're also beginning the beginning stages of what will become a huge change, growth and redevelopment within their brain, which occurs around 10, and then their brain fully matures around the age of 23. And it's important that you kind of bear this in mind, because you will see significant shifts in the pattern of behaviour with your children. It is quite typical in this sort of age for children to begin to push the boundaries. I mean, children will push the boundaries all the time, but you will find that they'll be pushing the boundaries more. You'll be getting more of back chat, more answering back, more tone, as I like to call it, more attitude, for lack of a better word. So how we parent, we need to be kind of aware of what they're going through, so that we don't get ourselves sucked into it and create battles that potentially don't necessarily need to happen. Now, I'm not advocating that as parents we simply drop our standards, but what I am saying is you need to be aware at these stages, if you want to negotiate this well, if you want to have a teenager, so our 14-year-olds and up, that are communicative, that tell us what's going on and keep us in the loop, then actually how we manage the 10 to 13 years are really, really critical. And a lot of the resources you'll find here are about us reflecting and choosing our battles. That's what's so key at this stage, is really let's not argue with them about everything, because actually what you then do is you create an atmosphere and an environment at home that is really quite unpleasant. So it's about choosing your battles, and the resources are based around that. So dive in and enjoy.